yeah.
Okay. So you're reading at good or tight? 56 7/8.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to part 2 of the right-hand drive conversion on my DA Integra. So, part 1 consisted of the teardown, and now part 2 is not going to be as exciting. It's just going to be all drilling and wire wheeling. I've got 90% of the wire wheeling done. I have a little bit more to do on the interior here along that seam line and the corners to expose more of the spot welds. But I've already got the wheel wells pretty much done, both sides. Once I have all these spot welds exposed, and I'm pretty sure I've got all of them, then I will show you guys to give you all a rough idea. Basically what's going to happen is I have to finish drilling out this little plate here. Depending on, I've only had one person tell me that you don't have to, but everybody else says you do. So a few welds up here, 3, 4, 5 of tack welds on it, a few more there, same on the other side. So have to get that off to get access to more spot welds behind the seam here, it looks like. So yeah, a lot of drilling, looking at roughly 170 to 200 spot welds. And I got to do this on obviously this clip, and once I get the right-hand drive clip I have to do the same thing. So it's gonna be a not so fun day. Just to give you a rough idea of where all the welds are, you can follow the seam up here and you can see that obviously I got these ones all drilled out, but they come right up here, and then along the top here they are all along right here, and then this comes up behind this piece, so obviously that's why you got to take this thing off. There is a few under the windshield. I do have to remove the windshield. And you got these ones up here. Only issue is I stitch welded my chassis the last time I had my motor out, so I got extra work for myself to grind all these off. But yeah, the spot welds come down along here and then pick back up again down here. They go down into the exhaust tunnel a little bit, which I will show you a little bit later. A big thing about this though is you need support on the car. So you can see I welded this bar across the bottom down here. That way I can make sure that when the firewall comes out, the rear part of the chassis does not flex, sag, or anything. Also I have a strut bar bolted up so the shock towers do not move, and also my traction bar so the front end does not move. So this stays as straight as I can possibly keep it, so that way I have no issues with the new firewall going in or after it's in with the car not being straight or anything. But then you can come down here to the passenger side wheel well, and it is pretty much identical to the other side. So along the seam up here, down here, along the side here, some behind this plate, and the windshield here, as well as the corner here. I'm still working on finding all the ones on the inside here, but you can see the seam line is here. I started marking all the spot welds down there, but you just follow the seam line and they will be on the top sheet of metal. And yeah, you're gonna have a bunch of seams that are here in the corners going all the way up that you're gonna have to take care of, because there will be spot welds all around there. You can see the shock tower here, so actually I see all the spot welds coming around right here, so I may not even have to go in the corner so much. But yeah, I will do my best to get this all sorted out. I still have to pull my fuel lines off the firewall. I won't be changing those. I will just be trying to put them back as they are on the new firewall. But for now, I'm gonna unclip them the rest of the way and just pull them away. don't know if I'm just bad with this because I don't have a lot of like experience with it, at least like with the drill bits, but it likes to fall out of the hole. So far, I know that you're supposed to start slow and work your way up. So it's just a pain, especially since all these panels aren't totally flat. And then once I think that it's far enough in, it's really hard to tell. I'm using the screwdriver to try and get under it and separate the panel a little bit, so. Yeah, that one's not quite there yet. Yeah, there we go. Still some seam sealer in here, so that doesn't help. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Gotta be doing this for all these. Got a head start, like I said, so a lot of drilling. The spot weld drill bits that I'm using, I bought a 2-pack, which came with 2 extra like tips on Amazon for like 13 bucks shipped, and I got Prime, so showed up today, or I'm sorry, yesterday, 2 days shipping, and they're working just fine. I used the Harbor Freight one, but it burnt out pretty darn quick, and it didn't just like dull, it like straight broke. So I don't really recommend the Harbor Freight one. Just do the Amazon one, because the Amazon ones I want to say are carbide bits, so they're a bit stronger. It has been a couple days since I was working on the car. Well, I mean, I've been putting a little bit in here and there. I've got pretty much all the spot welds drilled out. I finally figured out all of them, so when I get the front clip, I was supposed to be going today, which is Wednesday the 12th? 13th. Today's Wednesday the 13th. I was supposed to go get it today, but Brian had to go get the Hasport Prelude tuned because they were going to Chuckwalla Raceway at the start of March, so that had to get done today, unfortunately, because the tuner is not available next week. So we're supposed to be going Friday now. Really praying we do, because then there's still a chance that I could stay on my time schedule of getting this done. But let me go through. This is going to be pretty short, but let me just go through and show you all the spot weld locations now that I have it all figured out. So we'll start on the outside first. You do not need to take this outside plate off. I was mistaken. You can see 3 spot welds inside of it. You can access them from inside the car. So this whole section here back is all cowl, which all comes off. So you're gonna have these spot welds right along here until you meet the seam right here. And then you're gonna have these spot welds running down here. I believe there's 5 or 6 of them, but you can actually access them through the wheel well right here. And alongside that, you have all the spot welds coming along up across here, follow them down, and then you have to get all the ones up across here, as well as along here. And then that is going to be mirrored on this side as well. So again, you got the ones across here. You got 2 back here. I'm sorry, there's 1 here, these 2 right here, and then the same on the other side. And then the same ones along here. Like I said, you can see them from inside the engine bay, or I'm sorry, the wheel well. And then right there as well, you know, the whole gist of that. And then let's go inside the car quick and show you exactly what we're working with. I should probably stop stretching that since I already broke it. Whatever. So coming in here, I did leave a couple because obviously told you guys not to take the firewall out before the other one's ready to go in. So the ones that I have left, I circled in red right here. I left like 10 of them there. And then there is a couple under the windshield right about here. And there's probably going to be about 2 to 3 on each side. I'll know for sure once I get my clip, but just know that you have to have the windshield out. I'll be doing that this weekend. But yeah, so you got all the ones along here that hold the floorboard to it, and a lot of these are 3 layers thick, so you got to drill most of those all the way through. But then for coming along the outside there. You can try and do them from the engine bay, but it's so much easier just do them in here. They come up along here and come up to there. Same on the other side. They go up and stop right there. The fuel lines do route the same location on the right-hand drive, so I'm not worried about that. That's why I just have them zip tied in a bag. I do have to just take my brake fittings off right there. That's nothing but two 12mm wrenches or whatever, bolts. And then you're gonna have a bunch of booger welds down here, as Young Static likes to call them. But there was, for me, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down here, and then you have up here, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I have 2 more right here that I have to cut off. I just need the windshield out first, and I have 2 more on the other side as well. But it's, like I said, mirrored image on this side. So, yeah, booger welds to cut off around the seal, or I'm sorry, the windshield thing right there. But yeah, a lot of drilling, but you know what, it's definitely doable in a couple of hours. I mean, I obviously can't speak for, say, a DC Integra or a Prelude or a Civic or something, but for the DA it's pretty straightforward, honestly. I mean, it took me a little bit to find those hidden ones, but there's really not that many, especially since you can access all of them from the inside. But yeah, I should be able to have the right-hand drive firewall out within a couple of hours. I would assume it'll take me obviously like 2 hours, hour and a half to get the dash and underneath components out, and then yeah, while I'm doing that, I'm gonna have either Chris or my buddy Royce coming over, and I'm gonna have them start wire wheeling everything to expose the spot welds under the seam sealer while I'm removing the dash and whatnot. So that way, once the dash and all that is out, we can just tag team getting the welds done, spot welds out, and I think it'll literally take probably 3 hours. I was kind of working on the harness here, just mocking it up, kind of seeing what I'm working with, and it honestly looks like, because we have such a long engine, or I'm sorry, jumper harness to go from my engine harness to my cabin harness, it looks like it's long enough, just long enough, that I may be able to work with it and not have to extend anything, because the right-hand drive harness that I'm getting is for an automatic, and I don't have right-hand drive door panels yet or mirrors, because I'm gonna have to source those separately. They do not come with the clip. So flipping the US DM harness for now is what I'm gonna be doing. But I just want to show you guys quick before I end up this video. I have already started sanding the bay. It's pretty much mostly sanded. I know it's hard to tell because it's white, but I also started doing a little bit of Bondo work. This is already all dried up. It's been out here for a bit. So I'm gonna sand down this Bondo. I'm not doing full craziness. These are imperfections that I found right off the bat that I just wanted to fill. So I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna do this. I don't need to film all this because I already have a whole nother video on this alone. So hopefully you guys enjoyed part 2. Like I said, not the most exciting because it's just all drilling at this point. And hopefully we can go on Friday to get this clip. If so, I will make that a vlog, a part 3, I suppose. And yeah, anyways guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, if you're liking the series so far, be sure to let me know in the comments below. Hit that thumbs up button because it really does help me. And then subscribe if you're new to the channel. We just passed 11,000. I want to thank you guys so much. And I actually just passed 3,000 followers on Instagram as well. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, go check me out at ChrisSadowski. Anyways guys, do what you love. Figure out the rest, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.